Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Talisman League. After the last episode, we completed the 30 job quest, so that was over in Fetid Pool. So now you can see the map is starting to open up. The next one, we're going to Submerged Passage, and we're just going to continue what we have been doing. I went and picked up a new skill, Contagion. I have not used it yet, but this does damaged over time chaos damage. It's one of the new skills from this league. So I am quite excited to use it actually. So let's give it a try. How's it look? Oh, it's pretty cool. The mana cost is 12, so it's more than Ethereal Knives, but at the same time, I'm not using it as often. Is it stronger than... So there was a poison attack last league called like Poison Arrow, Caustic Arrow now. It was pretty good. I'm wondering if this is as good as that. It doesn't seem to do too much damage against like people like him. This might be better. Yeah. Viper Strike is still better for doing initial damage. This is okay. Spell Shield. Sure. Okay. If I could get a better wand, that would be great. So, this episode, we're not going to be doing anything in particular. Sort of just gonna run around, get some levels, do some quests, and I'll point out something that point out any things that I might have missed, or point out anything that we see along the way. This zone in particular, if you're playing, you kind of want to just run through it. It's not a particular fun zone. Not to say it's not fun actually, but it's not a very meaningful zone. These monsters are all pretty difficult to deal with, especially if you're playing in the hardcore league. They can freeze you when you're rushing through this area. So one thing that this zone does have though is a place called Flooded Depths, and if you kill the boss there, you will be able to get a free passive point. Very nice. I normally try to do it. I think some people rush through here if they're like racing. And that's actually one point that I didn't mention in the previous episode. Races. Path of Exile. Oh, here's Flood Depths. Path of Exile is, besides the normal challenge leagues, which is what we're doing right now, they have season races, which is basically, you know, within 1 hour try and get as far as you can and as high level as you can. It's actually really fun. Level up. So we're still going for cast speed and chaos damage and whatnot. What the frig is this? You can take a wolf from the forest. Oh, this is the stone circles for the Talisman League. I think you put in 5. Yeah, you put in 5 talismans and it drops like a new talisman or something like that. Do I have 5 talismans? I have 3. I don't have enough yet.
Be careful.
Okay, here's something. Alright, Emnix's advice of the day. Okay, so when you see items that are linked red, blue, and green, you want to pick those up. Why is that? When you sell it, this is actually a vendor recipe. You get a chromatic orb. Typically, you'll get like a crappy little scroll fragment, but these red, blue, and green, and they have to be linked together. They're very nice. They're worth quite a bit. What I wouldn't recommend is for you to chromatic your items so that they turn red, blue, and green and sell it. That's a foolish thing to do. Okay, too bad I can't use the stone altar. I'd like to create another talisman. So what it does is if you put in 5 talismans, you'll get a new base type. Does this thing stack? I can't tell. It's... Okay, here's the one thing I don't like about this spell. Like, what I want to do is I want to cast this spell and then keep running so that they'll chase me. But what happens is they're blocking my path. That's one problem with Contagion, actually. I don't... Like, what you want to do is you just cast Contagion on these guys, and then you walk away, right? and they'll just hopefully you do enough damage that they'll just die by themselves. Or at least that's the plan. If I can amplify this damage somehow, that'd be good too. Alright, please die now. I don't seem to be doing too much damage. Oh my god. It's kind of weak. But we'll play around with it. I mean, this is a new league. Nobody knows what's what. What's what in the butt. I saw a talisman. There it is. Deep one talisman. What does that mean? Okay, so with the boss, I'm going to use Viper Strike. It seems to be a pretty good single target. Oh yeah, it's very strong. Increased cold damage. Okay, cool. If I drop this talisman, will they go for it? Will they pick it up? Oh yeah, they do. Oh my god. I instantly regret my decision. So, in one of the previous leagues, if you were to... Oh, Coral Ring, Life Rings. Once again, I'm reiterating. Life resistances, very important early on. If you can get life on your gear, that's very good. See here, getting movement speed on your boots. So the important stats on your ring, resistances, and life. On your boots, move speed. On your gloves, doesn't really matter. And on your weapon, just some damage, I guess. Those things you should focus on early on. Move speed is very important. Being able to rush through content. A lot of the pro players or the racers will tell you you should get on that. Ooh, another Quicksilver. Okay. I need to figure out if this stacks or not. Contagion. I'm starting to suspect that it doesn't. Which kind of sucks. No strength. That sucks too. Excuse me. Drink. Oh, God. My throat is like sore from talking. Ugh. Okay, this Quicksilver I will keep. So here's another Emnix advice of the day. If you mouse over something and you press Alt, you'll see item level. Now, based on, for flasks, you want the item level to be 5 or above. Any flask that you get from the vendor, the item level is below 5. And the reason why you want a item with an item, or a flask with an item level of 8 or above, is that they can roll extra affixes. Specifically, they can roll a Quicksilver of Adrenaline, which lets you go even faster, more than the 40% move speed that's already on there. So I got another talisman here. So, so item levels in general. What are item levels? Notice how on these items they already have a level, right? They have a required level of 7. That's because of my gem, actually. But if you look in this guy, he's selling stuff. You know, this has a required level of 5. But if you press Alt, you'll see it also has an item level of 8. Very confusing, right? It's a very confusing concept that GGG, or Grinding Gear Games, this company, has implemented. And I think most new players wouldn't even realize that items have item levels, because you have to hold Alt in order to see it. But what it does is it allows for certain affixes, higher tiered affixes, to be rolled the higher the item level. So typically you would want an item to have a higher item level. The higher the item level, the better. How does item levels work? Notice how these zones have monster levels. In those zones, white items would drop as item level 5. This is item level. And blue, if you kill a magic mob, like a blue mob, they can drop 1 level higher. And if you kill a yellow mob, they can drop 2 levels higher or something like that. So you could potentially get a chest piece from this zone that's item level 7 if you killed a rare monster, or item level 6 if you killed a blue monster. Oh, what's wrong with my throat? I'm losing my voice. So the higher the item level, basically the better the affixes you can get. It doesn't matter too much earlier on, but later in the game you want to find items with item levels, with higher item levels. I mean, and the required level for these items, it could vary, right? Some items you could drop and it has no required level at all. You could be in a 65 zone and it could drop an item that has a required level of like 2. It happens. You can get starter items from like even when you're at the end game. However, that starter item will have an item level of like 65 or 68 or whatever, right? Okay, let's run back. I should have taken the TP back actually, but that was my mistake. Okay, so let's look for the new zone. We want to go this way, so we went from submerged passage to flooded depths and then back. So we want to move on to the next level, which is probably over here somewhere, I think. No, I'm confused. Oh, wrong way. So notice how my flask, it has 0 charges. Right? Currently has 11 charges. I killed these guys, and now has 20 charges because I killed the 9 monsters probably. So that's how flasks work. It's a very interesting concept. You don't have to hoard potions like some other games. The Iron Ring for physical attack. I have no physical attacks. This gem, Contagion, it's a spell, AoE, duration, and chaos. So damage over time affects it. Chaos damage affects it. And spell damage affects it as well. Where's spell damage? There's no spell damage on the Shadow Tree? Well, there's spell damage over here for the Witch, right? Okay. Where's the exit? I'm lost. Another stone altar. Okay, these things are popping up quite often. At first I had suspected that like maybe it would be pretty difficult to find a stone altar. But maybe not. So in this league there are 32 challenges available. 32 I think. And the more challenges you unlock, I think like every 8 challenges you unlock or something will get you like some sort of reward, like a chest piece or like part of a costume or something like that. So I haven't thought about doing the challenges yet, but hopefully we'll get them done like as time passes. Okay. Real talk, Contagion doesn't seem like such a good spell. I mean, it's kind of weak. The clear speed is... Still gotta play with it though. Maybe it gets better over time. After all, we're not even supporting this spell with anything just yet. But at the moment, it's kind of weak. Entropy. So more duration, a lot more damage over time. That's good. Okay. See, this spell would be a lot better if I could just like cast it on them and run away. But sometimes they block my way, and that's very annoying. And that's just one of the defining characteristics of this zone, actually, which is why I encourage you to try and just get out of this freaking zone. The ledge, however, I recommend you spend... If you find yourself underleveled in normal, cruel, or merciless, I recommend you spend some time here and farm this zone over and over. And oh man, I'm giving out so many tips today. Here's another tip of the day. Say I'm done with this whole zone. I want to go here again. I leave the zone, I come back, and I hold control and I press the ledge. I can create a new instance. These zones are instance based, so I could farm a zone over and over. I bet a lot of new players probably wouldn't know this. There's nowhere that would tell you how to do this, but as you're entering a zone, hold control, click on the place, press new, you get a new instance. You can do this from the waypoint too. You go to a waypoint, you hold control, you press the area, and it'll give you like a little window to select a new zone. It's good if you want to farm a place over and over, especially if you're looking to level up. So I haven't been looking at my equipment, but I think we should look at getting better equipment right now. I still don't understand how Contagion works. It's supposed to spread or something? It's kind of like proliferation. Alright. So is it spreading right now? Break Rib Talisman. It knocks me back. This is pretty cool. Oh, this is super cool. I like this talisman. Wait, increased physical damage. Oh. I had assumed, I guess it's an effect of people who are affected by the Break Rib Talisman. Here, someone pick it up. What happens? Do they actually go for it? No one's going for it. No one's going for it. Aren't they supposed to like chase talismans? No? Okay. This damage is very weak. 9 chaos damage a second. It's not impressing me. For those of you who are new, remember to use your Quicksilvers all the time. The more you kill, the more it'll recharge, so you don't need to worry about wasting your charges. And going through these areas faster it's a good thing. Do I need to go back? No, I need to go forward. Okay. A lot of nothing, it seems. It's kind of weak. This does way more damage. Oh, another stone circle. I can actually use it now. Okay. Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get 5 talismans. So these 5. And what happens? I'm gonna put them in. Okay, so there's 2 blue talismans and 3 whites. I don't know if I have to get the 3 same base types, but let's try summoning it. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Oh my god. Alright, it's okay. Okay, I need to Viper Strike him. Oh, he's doing quite a bit of damage. And those circles are like moving auras or something like that. He's dead. And we got a blue talisman. Wear Claw Talisman of the Cloud. Claim these talismans. So we actually completed one of our... We didn't complete our challenge, but got a part of it. Okay, cool. So now we got a blue talisman. And it even has a description on it. It's not that good. It's not that good. Whatever. Okay. I should start looking at getting more life soon. Life nodes. I can imagine survivability will be a problem. Okay, my ethereal knives is still much stronger than Contagion. There's no denying it. I mean, I can use them both, I suppose. I can use Contagion here because I'm not fighting it directly. Does it stack? I'm casting it a lot. Okay, I don't think it stacks. So Viper Strike is still better. Let's see. I mean, it's better than the gloves I'm using right now. Like this. Okay. Now Contagion does 12.8 damage a second. Still not very good. But it's... So these are masters. So I need to defend the relic. So this is an update from one of the previous patches from a while ago. Basically, you'll find these masters at a random place, and they'll give you quests. If you complete it, you get EXP from these masters. These masters will join as an NPC, and you can buy from them, and they can give you nice little perks. Highly recommend it. If you find any kind of these masters, talk to them, do their quests. It's worth it. I promise. Okay. No big deal. Pretty easy, actually. Completed. So now this guy's level 1, and then he's gonna show up in town. And this guy, he's pretty good at giving you... He lets you craft your own affixes for rings and amulets. Later on. When he's level 3? Something like that. So, if you level those masters enough, you get your own hideout. And then you can sort of play SimCity on... or The Sims. Sim House? On Path of Exile. Yeah. Oh, is that a 30 to life ring? I'll take it. Good shit. So eventually you're gonna play to a point and you're gonna ask, what items do I keep and what items do I get rid of? Generally, the idea is keep all your orbs, put them into the stash. Anything that looks like a currency, you know, takes up one spot and is not a ring or an amulet, keep it. Jewels, rings, you might as well keep the rings too, it's up to you though. But yeah, jewels, rings, orbs, keep those. You want to take back, you want to pick up wisdom scrolls. They are quite scarce. And you don't want to identify everything. If you find that you're low on equipment, like notice I don't pick up any blue items. I just look at the yellow items, and if it's like good, I'll pick it up. If it's something that I can use, like right now I'm using wands. If I can use the wand, I'll pick it up. Otherwise, like, it's a waste of wisdom scrolls, otherwise, I think. What the heck? So like any of this stuff, you don't need to bother picking it up and taking it home to sell it. Like you're not gonna get that much value out of it. Rather, what you want to do is pick up orbs and pick up yellow items to sell. Like, yellow items are mostly worth selling, I think. Like, you take it back, identify it, and then sell it. And then blue items, if you're like in desperate need of an upgrade, like right now I'm quite desperate need of like a weapon upgrade or a shield upgrade. Not desperately, but it'd be nice, very nice. So I'm probably, if I find like a blue wand, I'll probably pick it up. Or these two, I'll probably pick up those. Like the scepter and the shield. This was disappointing. This one's okay. It's alright. Doesn't make too much of a difference. They're like the same thing. Both tweak shields. This one gives me a bit of mana regen though, so I'll take it. And then move speed. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go for life. Gonna go up here. Grab these damage nodes. And then go here, grab these life nodes, and then we're gonna move across to curse nodes. I wanna make I've been thinking about what to do. I think I want to make a character that curses. Specifically, I want to stack slowing curses. I want to see how slow, you know, a pack of mobs can potentially get. And then for mitigation, I think I'm gonna go for. Okay. So at this point, if you're playing the game, you're probably looking at this big clusterfuck of a tree and going, "What do I build?" Right? Or how do I design my tree? And the idea is still the same. Do whatever the heck you want. However, the nodes that are a bit bigger, especially these ones, the biggest nodes, these big round ones, they're called like notable keystones. And they give very big changes to, or they change your character in drastic ways. For example, over here, Chaos Inoculation. Your maximum life becomes 1 and you become immune to chaos damage, which basically turns you into an energy shield build. You have 1 HP and you stack energy shield. Or over here, Life Leech applies to energy shield instead of life. Or over here, 30% more spell damage when on low life. I plan on doing the mind over matter. When hit, 30% of damage is taken from mana before life. So what we want to do is have a lot of mana, have a lot of mana regen, and just try to not get one shot. That's gonna be my mitigation. And let's just see how far that gets us. We'll have to see. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm winging it. I really am. Okay, so we're gonna sell these. Not very useful. We got a new talisman, which is nice. So one thing you should keep is the talismans, because if you stick 5 of them into those stone circles, they summon something. Which, right now, it's like, it's new, and it's shiny, and it's really cool. So that's why I'm doing it. Okay, so like this. Ooh, new spell. These are support gems. Okay. Let's talk support gems. Notice how on the descriptions after added cold damage it says cold, support. What that means that this thing doesn't actually do anything by itself, but it supports an active gem. So this one, so active gems can either be spells or attacks. I think there's one more. Is it only spell or attack? Or aura or something like that. Anyways, the supports, they link to these spells / attacks and make them better. So for example, I want Void Manipulation, which does reduce elemental damage but more chaos damage. Yeah, that's the one I want. And this is a green gem. Okay. If it's a green gem, I'm gonna need to chrome this for blue-green. So now this is my attack, Contagion. I can link it with Void Manipulation. Now see there's a little V at the corner. Before it was doing 13.8 chaos damage per second. This support gem gives you 20% more chaos damage. Now it does 16.6 chaos damage per second. So this is how you make attacks stronger. Links can go up to 6 links. You can have potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sockets, and then you can have 6 links. So spells can become very strong when you stack multipliers like this, right? 20% more chaos damage, 30% more chaos damage. You stack it up and it becomes very strong. So that's how skill progression goes, right? Without the usage of passive trees. You can still like make your skill stronger through the passive trees, right? The passive tree gives me more damage over time, stuff like that. But those are additive, not multiplicative. So something to keep in mind. Once again, if you have any questions, just let me know. I know that this game is not everybody's sort of type of game that they enjoy playing, but if you do enjoy playing ARPGs, once again, try it out. It's not everybody's cup of tea, that's what I'm trying to get to. I find it hit or miss with a lot of people. Like, my friends don't want to play with me. It's actually kind of sad. So if you guys want to play with me, feel free to let me know. Fire damage. Not that interesting. Pine Buckler. Void Manipulation, level up. So now it does 16.7. Nice. Honestly, this thing doesn't do that much. I wonder what the gem drops are like. So, a couple things to note. You can buy gems at the vendor. So if you want to try out skills, just go buy it. It's pretty cheap. These gems are different based on what character you play. So a witch might have different gems being sold at the vendor. So that is something to keep in mind when you decide on what character you want to play. You can read all about this kind of stuff on the PoE wiki. The information is widely available and it gets updated very often. Do I have... A little bit to life is okay. Yeah, alright. And some int. Life gain on kill. It's a decent ring. I don't know if I should even bother using Contagion. Maybe I should. These Necrodancers are actually super annoying. I just call it Necrodancer. I think I've been playing too much of that. For those of you who have been playing this game, and you have been playing it for a while, honestly, if you came here looking for advice, I hope you came here just to watch me play, and just talk, you know, be friends, we're cool. I can't give straight up good advice because I am not a good player. I play this for fun, you know? But if you have some advice to give to me, you know, things I could do better, I would take it with a very happy, you know, happy heart. I'll gladly accept your advice. And if you want me to try out different skills, I'm willing to do that too. Just know that I am not a hardcore player. I am not an eat-up. I am not a Project PT. I am not a Noogie Willy Wonka. And I am definitely no Gouda. If you guys want a fun PoE player, guys, watch some Gouda videos. Blow your mind. Okay, there's that physical talisman or whatever, like +2 physical damage. Break rib, yeah, that's right. Okay. So the physical talisman has knockback. The cold talisman, what did it do? It made the ice, the ground have like some ice explosions or something. And then the fire talisman summoned raging spirits. I'm starting to kind of get the hang of it. Oh my god, there's so much shit. I'm not gonna die, am I? I think I'm okay. For these kinds of games, for those who are playing, what kind of player are you? Personally, I'm a self-found player, meaning I don't do any trading. Well, no, that's not true actually. I do some trading, but it's only to, like, you know, trade for currency, like if I need certain orbs. I trade for, if I need a specific unique item, I'll trade for that. And I'll trade for gems. But I don't actually sell. That's what I mean. I don't actively sell my stuff. If I see something that's useful, I'll keep it for my friends, but not to make, you know, currency off of. That's probably why I'm so poor all the time while playing. But what do you guys do? How do you guys play? Do you like to trade? What do you think of the trading system? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Oh my god, I've been playing for an hour straight. Or 1.5 hours. I didn't even realize. Okay, this shrine is driving me crazy. One thing you gotta notice, if you have a potato computer, even though the game looks like this, it'll mess you up your frame rate so hard. Keep that in mind, guys. The one thing about this game is it's not too friendly to new players. At least I don't think it is, you know. There aren't any guides. GGG tried to make, like, give like a couple tutorial hints to make the game easier. But I mean, really there aren't that many. So a lot of the stuff in this game, like you could be playing for like 6 months and then you figure something out. You're like, oh, like this works like that, or there was such a function, you know? It happens to a lot of people. Like, I didn't know about item levels until like half a year in. I'm like, what are item levels? I don't understand. Oh, you can't do that. I don't know if PoE is a good... Oh, melee splash. Apparently this gem got buffed. Doesn't look buffed. Anyways, we're not a melee character, so it doesn't matter too much. Although we could do Viper Strike melee splash. It's a possibility. Alright, gotta leave a TP. This guy is a pretty hard boss. No lie. I might scum my way through this fight. Just like keep my distance and use Contagion. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Scum factor! Untouchable. I'll show you how hard this guy hits, okay? I'm gonna take one of his smashes in the face. Look at that! Look how hard he hits. Hold on. Wait. He doesn't hit that hard. Am I mistaken? Oh, never mind. He hits pretty hard. We're okay. This is pretty easy. Wrecked. Alright.
Big just means more places to stick.
Just the wand. So yes to the boots. No to this. Maybe? No to the wand. What else? Maybe some gloves? No. No. What? These are the same freaking gloves! That's okay. Alright. I didn't find any... I was looking for better armor. But I didn't find anything I wanted. So... in case you were wondering what I was looking for. Specifically, I was looking for some upgrades to my gear. Like, I need to upgrade to my helmet. I don't know if there's one back there. There probably was. I didn't notice it. I was just thinking about boots, gloves, and chest armor. Totally forgot about a helmet. Oh, here's a waypoint. So now we're gonna get some new skills. Killing Brutus is actually a pretty big deal. You unlock a lot of new stuff. Wither. Ooh. Increase chaos damage taken? Oh, that they take, not I take. So this slows their movement, and it's a stacking debuff that increases the chaos damage they take. Effect can stack up to 20 times, so 140% chaos damage taken. It's pretty good. Clarity is pretty decent too. And Flame Dash. I want all these items.
Hello.
So I'm gonna sell the gloves and the wand. And these boots. I prefer armor over energy shield in the early game. Just for mitigation's sake. So we're gonna do an example of rolling right now. Rolling 101. If you want to turn something into blue, I cannot turn anything into yellow. I don't have the orbs for that. But if you want to turn something from white to blue, first thing you want to do, give it an orb of transmutation. This will turn from white to blue. I do not like this, so I'm going to do an orb of alteration, which rerolls a magic item with new random properties. That I can wholeheartedly accept. So I will take this wand instead. That's a big upgrade. Yeah. And then, give it this, and we'll put on this. Okay. Okay. These items are pretty useless. Do I keep these? I mean, why not, I guess. So I'll have a tab for gems. And one more tab for talismans. Sell this talisman. And then like that.
Hello.
Sell this stuff. So we just killed Brutus. That's a milestone. Look how far we traveled. Admittedly, this took me, look, it is 5:54. It took me 1.5 hours to get all the way here. I think people can do it in like 15 minutes. But this is I'm not a racer. I'm as casual as it gets. We're just here learning about the game, playing the game, man. You know, enjoying life. So thank you guys very much for watching. That's it for this episode. We're gonna continue on in the next episode and try and get to all the way to Act 4. I guess we're gonna do a let's play of the whole normal series, I suppose. Thank you guys very much, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on twitter.com/emnixplays. Otherwise, keep in touch. I'll see you guys next time.